US President Donald Trump has threatened to invoke an emergency law that allows the domestic deployment of the military after federal agents killed one person and injured another in Minnesota, sparking mass protests. Protesters have denounced Trump's his broad-reaching immigration raids in rallies in the region. Let's look at this report.
After days of angry protests and unrest over a surge in immigration agents on the streets of Minneapolis, US President Donald Trump warned to invoke the Insurrection Act to deploy military forces in Minnesota. Trump's latest warning came a few hours after an immigration officer shot a Venezuelan man who the government said was fleeing after agents tried to stop his vehicle in Minneapolis. The man was wounded in the leg. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey criticized the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency after a Venezuelan national was shot during a federal immigration raid on Wednesday evening.
ICE can leave, and this massive deployment can come to an end. We have filed litigation to hopefully make it so, and at the same time, I'm deeply concerned that we don't have that kind of time. This is already the second shooting that we've had in a week.
Confrontation between residents and federal officers have become increasingly tense after an immigration and customs enforcement agent fatally shot a US citizen, Rennie Good, in a car 8 days ago in Minneapolis, and the protests have spread to other cities. The Insurrection Act allows the president sidestep the Posse Comitatus Act to suppress armed rebellion or domestic violence and use the armed forces as he considers necessary to enforce the 19th century law. It has been used 30 times in US history, according to New York University's Brennan Center for Justice. The Supreme Court has ruled that the president alone can determine if the act conditions have been met. But does the law allow people to sue ICE agents? US law makes it very difficult to sue federal agents as individuals, but victims can sue the federal government for compensation when its employees cause financial or bodily injury in the course of their work. This is covered by the Federal Tort Claims Act of 1946, an exception to a legal doctrine called sovereign immunity, which usually shields the federal government from lawsuits. In a FTCA case, a plaintiff typically alleges a government employee acted negligently or wrongfully. The statute might apply, for example, if an ICE agent damaged vehicles during an enforcement action. The statute would also allow family members of someone killed by the ICE to seek compensation for wrongful death. Bureau Report, DD India.